So next we're just going to talk about test justification and why I decided to choose these tests for this specific client. A lot of the justification sort of runs over into each test. A lot of it is quite the same, but there are some different factors as well. So for the stalk balance test, there's lots of normative data available. All variables are controlled. There is not much extravenous variables that can sort of disrupt testing and make it unreliable. So again, that's ecological validity and reliability. It doesn't require a lot of motivation. Again, ecologically valid. It's suited to the client is because a good level of balance provokes stronger core muscles, which is then muscular endurance and toning. Reliability is high inter-researcher reliability. It's really comparable and easy to compare with normative data. High ecological validity, like I said, there's not much equipment. It's easily accessible and really low cost. So for the vertical jump test, again, high ecological validity, not much equipment, easily accessible, low cost, suited to the client as power and speed assist efficiency of aerobic performance, which is very useful for efficient fat loss and also improving fitness levels like he would want to. It doesn't require a lot of motivation, and there is good retest reliability as you can take several attempts at this test. Pretty much all variables are controlled. There is not much extravenous variables that will disrupt testing, and there's again normative data available. In the sit and reach test, again, high ecological validity, lots of normative data available, all variables are controlled. Doesn't require lots of motivation from the client, and it's also suited to the client. Its flexibility is really key to safe cardiovascular exercise because it reduces the likelihood of injury and also increases the client's range of motion as well, so he'll be able to aerobically exercise for longer periods of time. For the 30-meter sprint test, you do need access to a suitable space and access to equipment needed, as that can increase the reliability of the test by having sort of more technological equipment. The reliability of inter-researcher is very high. It's comparable with norm data. It is an indirect test, but it does correlate with the gold standard and the normative data for speed. It is a maximal test, so it does require quite a bit of motivation, but the client does agree that he's motivated to do it, and also his fitness levels are capable of it. I wouldn't have chosen it if his fitness levels didn't meet the standard of completing a 30-meter sprint test for 3 attempts. And also, like I said prior, speed is really useful, and good anaerobic fitness levels are useful for assisting efficiency of aerobic performance and just good cardiovascular health, which again contributes to fat loss and just longevity of life as well, which is all suited to the client. So for the 12-minute Cooper run, there's quite a few more factors to this. You do need access to a suitable space and the time required, which we do have at the running track. It is a sub-maximal test, but like I said before, they've confirmed they're motivated enough and the fitness levels are there for this test, which again, I wouldn't have chosen it if they were not. It does have high validity. It's easily comparable to normative data. It's a very good way of working out a client's VO2 max. It's very trustworthy. It's suited to the client's goals of losing fat by increasing aerobic fitness levels, so it's a good sort of benchmark for me to then create a program from. Extravenous variables are easily controlled and not highly interruptive, as it is a very sort of straightforward protocol. And like I said before, a larger aerobic capacity will promote weight loss and fat burn for the client. And then there's high inter-research reliability, again comparable with normative data. High ecological validity, again, not much equipment, easily accessible and low cost, as you just need the running track, the stopwatch. It's also a better option than the gold standard multi-stage fitness test, as it's more accessible within this circumstance. And then for the 1 minute press up test, again, normative data is available, so high inter-research reliability, doesn't require a lot of motivation as it is just one movement and it's not a very long test at all. All variables are controlled. There is a bit of can be an element of, again with a lot of the tests before, of human error, but you can also take many attempts at these tests, so it's reliable in that sense. Tones the muscles, which improves stamina and endurance, which builds muscle for the client, and also allows me to get a benchmark of their muscular endurance to then create a program off of that. And again, ecological validity, not much equipment, easily accessible and low cost, like all these tests are, just due to the circumstances. Due to COVID, we're having to make the most of what we have right now, and choosing tests that suited the client's goals, their abilities, and also the circumstance that we were in was really important. So now I'm just going to go on to the actual data collection that we gathered from doing testing. So again, I've got all the clients' information at the top, and then I made a data collection sheet and then just confirmed that I did the informed consent, the PAR-Q. So first you got the balance. So their first attempt was 16.7 seconds for the stalk balance test. Second attempt was 7.9 seconds. And last attempt was 10 seconds. And then the average of all of these was their best attempt, was 16.7 seconds. So that's his overall result. Again, for the vertical jump test, 26 centimetres for the first attempt, 38.5 centimetres for the second attempt, and 42 centimetres for the last attempt. And then the average of all of these was 35.5 centimetres, which is his overall result. Sit and reach test, 5 centimetres for the first attempt, 10 centimetres for the second attempt, and 12 centimetres for the third attempt. So the best result out of all attempts was 12 centimetres, which is the overall. 30-metre sprint test, 6.3 seconds for the first attempt, 5.9 seconds for the second attempt, 5.88 seconds for the third attempt. So overall result is then 5.89, as you have to round to 2 decimal places, 5.89 seconds. And then of course for the 12-minute Cooper run, you only need to have one attempt for this. He managed 2.52 kilometres in 12 minutes. And then by using the calculation for VO2 max, so 22.351 times kilometres, so times 2.52, and then times 0 minus 11.228, it gave us 45 millilitres per kg per minute, which is his VO2 max. And then for the 1 minute press up test, again, you only have one attempt at this, and he managed 29 full repetitions in 1 minute, so that is his overall score. And then here is some evidence of him. I've also got video evidence in some YouTube videos, but here's some evidence of him doing the test. So this is for the 12-minute Cooper run and 30-metre sprint. Here is some pictures. The first 3 are from the 30-metre sprint, and then this last 2 are from the Cooper run. And then these photos are from the stalk balance test, the sit and reach test, the press up test, and the vertical jump test. So the top left one is from his sit and reach test. Middle one is from the stalk balance test. Both photos on the right are from the 1 minute press up test. And then the bottom left is from the vertical jump test.